Assalamualaikum. Okay, now we are going to do our PB assessment, speaking. This is for English language semester 2. So before we proceed, how you people? Adam Nazri, Aiman Azuddin, Ali Fikri, Erni, Intan, Amin, Adam, Aidil, Ainuddin, Al-Amin, Amir, Amiruddin, Arif, Azim, Daniel, Faik, Faris, Haris, Ikhwan, Imran, Irsyad, Noaiman, Syarafi, Nik, Syarif, Wan, Zainuddin, Zarul, Zulkifli, and Zulkifli. Hope you are good, okay? So, this is a speaking assessment. The purpose of this assignment is to effectively organize and deliver a speech to your audience. Select an original topic, 2 to 3 minutes, right? You may refer to your notes. However, please be sure to maintain eye contact with the audience. You must have introduction and conclusion. You must have at least 3 main points, and you can refer to the rubric attached. Okay, each student is required to submit the public speaking text to the respective lecturer and return. Well, during COVID pandemic, I guess you can submit a typed one to me. You may use visual aids, for example, pictures and whatnot. Okay, penilaian PB SVM 2. Okay, tujuan untuk mengatur dan menyampaikan ucapan secara berkesan, pilih topik yang sesuai, pilih topik kesihatan ataupun alam sekitar. Okay, pastikan ada hubungan mata, eye contact, ada pengenalan dan kesimpulan. Make sure you have at least 3 main points. Organize your points logically and clearly. Practice, rehearse your speech, and write it down, submit, given to me. Okay, one of our friends had come up with his script. Okay, here we have Aiman's script. Okay, what you can do is you go online and you can browse to natural readers. Make sure your spelling is correct. naturalreaders.com. English UK Brian. So what you can do, I even talked to Aiman about this, is get a stopwatch and time your speech through naturalreaders.com. Here we go.
A very good morning to our English lecturer, Sir Ismadi, and beloved friends. I am Mohammed Naiman bin Modazhar from MPP 1 from Vocational College Setapak. Today, I would like to give a talk on effects of air pollution. It is important for Malaysians to reduce the effects of air pollution. Please pay close attention and I hope you can enjoy my talk. The main effect of air pollution is on human health. Humans will suffer from various diseases, especially respiration due to inhaling polluted air. Humans need clean air to live. If the inhaled air is polluted, the respiratory system will absorb various pollutants into the lungs. This will result in the process of converting carbon dioxide to oxygen cannot be done and the blood will experience a lack of oxygen. This in turn causes impaired lung function and the circulatory system to suffer problems. This results in various diseases. In addition, air pollution also affects the global and local climate. Various wastes such as sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide will dissolve in water vapor and will drop as acid rain. This acid rain is dangerous because it will flow and permeate into the soil and destroy the minerals in the soil until the soil becomes infertile. The presence of air pollutants will also affect the ecological balance and ecosystems that have a comprehensive impact on the earth. In conclusion, because this air pollution has a comprehensive impact on humans, then comprehensive measures need to be taken.
There we go, around a minute and a half. Since the computer here speaks in flawless tones and it has no stops, right? It just goes from the first paragraph until the end in about a minute and a half. So I guess Mr. Aiman, this speech will take you around 3 minutes to finish. But then again, you should try and practice. So this is what I need you to have. Okay, come up with a script and submit them to me. Before you submit your script, make sure you go to naturalreaders.com and try and ask the computer to speak for you. So in this sample script, yes, you can complete this sample script, or you can use the samples given through our WhatsApp group.
Your topics, choose one or suggest your own ideas. Topics selected must be related to health or environment. 1. The advantages of recycling. 2. How can global warming be stopped? 3. The effects of water pollution. 4. The effects of air pollution. 5. The effects of noise pollution. 6. How can we prevent dengue? 7. How can teach people to not litter in drains? 8. How can we prevent landslides? 9. Why should we prevent open burning? 10. The impact of haze. 11. How can we stop pollution in Malaysia? 12. Why we should stop deforestation? 13. Why should we preserve and conserve our earth? 14. How can we prevent from being infected with COVID? 15. How to overcome stress. 16. The effects of smoking. 17. Why should you avoid sugar? 18. Disadvantages of boba bubble drink. 19. Why breakfast is the most important meal of the day. 20. Why we should not eat fast foods. The effects of fast food on the body. 21. The harmful effects of being a smoker. 22. Too much salt is bad for your health. 23. How drinking too much soda gas drinks causes health problems. 24. Why junk food is unhealthy for our bodies. 25. Diet pills are bad for health. 26. Why you should be a blood donor. 27. Why exercise is good for you. The benefits of regular exercise. 28. The importance of making healthy food cheaper. 29. The dangerous effects of drugs. 30. Positive thinking will benefit your health. 31. Fast food loaded with sugar, salt, and calories contributes to obesity. 32. Why sex education should be taught in college.
So there you go, 32 topics that you can choose. Thank you, Mr. Alex. Now let's look at the rubric. Okay, this is how we, the lecturers, we weigh the points of your presentation.
A very good morning to my lecturer, which is Panduan and my friends. It's my pleasure to introduce myself. Well, I'm Memilih from 1 SVM MPP. I would like to talk about what a father has and do.
Okay.
I believe
she has her introduction there, and look at up here. We have fluency. Fluency. If you want to get 5 points, the way you speak must be smooth, fluent, no hesitations, no attempt to search for words. Volume is excellent. Vocabulary, the types of vocabulary that you use. Grammar must be correct. The content of your speech, and lastly, the pronunciation. So all this contributes to 25 marks. Let's listen to Nur Amira Rashida's presentation and see how many marks can she get.
it is an important topic to all of us because as children, we need to flashback our memory together with our father to remember how our father left us and raised us. It can be divided into 3 categories. The first is about a good father and have a good discipline. The second is about a father and protect his family at all costs.
Okay, thank you, Mirza. So she's quite fluent, right? A few hesitations maybe. Agak-agak sikit. If you have hesitation, you can get 4 here. Vocabulary, she has good language control. Grammar, maybe some grammar, not frequent but some. And she has some ideas and also inaccuracy in pronunciation and intonation. So overall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She can get 20 marks easy. Let's move on to the second sample. Mr. Nazran.
A very good morning to my lecturer and my fellow friends. Today, on this fine morning, I, Nazran Azhari bin Nazri from Welding Technology, would like to talk about COVID-19. I believe this is a very important topic to all of us right now. Over 100,000 people died because of this new virus. Therefore, we need to know the basic of this virus to avoid being infected. The coronavirus family causes illnesses ranging from the common cold to more severe diseases such as Acute Respiratory Syndrome (SARS) and Middle East Respiratory Syndrome (MERS), according to the WHO. They circulate in animals and some can be transmitted between animals and humans. Several coronavirus.
Our friend there, he can easily get 20 marks also, maybe slightly above. And he also is talking about health. So again, fluency, kelancaran bercakap tu, fluency, vocabulary, either you are using simple language or you are using terms, your grammar. Okay, for simple sentences, you shouldn't get any grammatical error, and maybe some errors in structures caused by attempt to include a variety. Content, ADC, content, and pronunciation, the way you pronounce the word. Don't worry so much. So if you manage to get all four here, you can get 20 marks. You can get slightly below 20, or maybe if you are very good, you can get a bit higher. This is our second last sample.
A very good morning to the director, assistant director, lecturer, and my fellow friends of Capstar. Today, on this good morning, I, Ahmad Iqbal bin Muhammad Zulkarnain from ETN 1 would like to give a speech about different types of food in Malaysia. I believe this is an important topic for all of us because as a pupil, we have to eat every day to survive our daily life so that we are not hungry. Have you all tasted all the food in Malaysia? Let me tell you something about this. Food can be divided into three categories. The first one is the food commonly used by the people of Malaysia. The second is about the unique dishes in Malaysia, and the third is about exciting fruit in Malaysia. Now, let me explain about the food most people in Malaysia eats. Usually, Malaysia loves to eat some food such as nasi lemak, nasi kerabu, nasi dagang, chapati, yong taufu, and so on for breakfast. All this food shown that Malaysia is multiracial country. You have to eat all of this food every morning to feel how you're hungry, right? If we eat every morning, it's good for us because we can taste the deliciousness of the morning and we will get to fill our body with new energy. Next, I will explain about the unique dishes. Usually, Malaysians like to eat roti john, rendang, like beef, chicken or lamb, and so on. Additionally, this food is only available at the night market when it is open, and it's only available in Malaysia. All of these food are delicious. That's why people in Malaysia always go to the night market just to buy all of this food. The third category is about interesting food in Malaysia. In addition, Malaysia has many kinds of fruits such as pineapple, rambutan, rambai, langsat, and so on. In case you were wondering, durian is the king of fruit in Malaysia, while its queen is mangosteen. I assume that you all love to eat healthy fruits. All of the ingredients can give us a healthier body and make our health better. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, we must remember that food is essential to our daily life. If we don't eat for just a few days, we may starve to death. That is why Malaysia is a great country throughout Asia, where people from all over the world can come and just to taste our food. I think that's all from me this morning. Thank you to everyone who paid attention when I deliver my speech just now.
So Mr. Ahmad Faik, number one, he had practiced a lot, so many times. Practiced in front of the mirror. He might have his script, checked and rechecked by his lecturer. So through practice only, you can become fluent. And you are very familiar with the text that you have on hand. And if you have, the text, you have created some cue cards, or if you use any method that can help you in delivering your speech, you can get high mark in this section, fluency. But I do understand, right? Some of us, some of you are very weak. If you keep on practicing, it is possible for you to get 3 marks for fluency. In terms of vocabulary, if you have the text checked and rechecked, you can get as high as 4 for vocabulary. And for grammar, this depends on how you deliver the speech, grammar, right? So if you have the speech checked so many times and you had practiced, I'm sure when there's no grammatical error in the text, there will also be lesser grammatical errors in your speech. About the content, well, you can Google the contents. You can easily get 4 contents provided. Okay, for contents, and the last one, pronunciation. Okay, for content, if your speech is lesser than 3 minutes, we cannot give you 4. If you are reading, you cannot get 4. You cannot get 3. If you are reading, you simply get some text and read. It's not PB speaking, it's PB reading, and PB reading is different. So if you are simply reading, you can get as low as 2. And lastly, for pronunciation, well, try to go to naturalreaders.com, listen to the pronunciation provided by the website, or you can ask your friends, ask your parents if they know how to pronounce certain words. You see, if you simply get the script from the internet, well, you might stumble upon different words to pronounce. So all in all, for the boy, an easy 20, maybe he can get 23. But when you watch his script just now, his presentation, he is, he had practiced. And lastly, one of the finalists.
Good evening. Today I'm here to deliver a speech. The topic is going to be about mental health and how it affects the individual and how we can actually support them. So it's been maybe proven as a fact that there are various symptoms that can be found in someone that needs to be diagnosed. Some of them would suffer from the feeling of self-pity in their lives, or so-called despair, and it's very hard for them to dig out of that feeling when it comes. Patients usually feel pressured or simply just think that it's very hard for them to go through their lives and maybe do something that's very, very simple from what people can say. For example, getting themselves some food or getting out of bed. Yeah, and usually when you feel down or when they feel down, you could see that they might push someone out of their lives, or maybe push them away when help was given. So why does this happen? Why do they push people out of their lives when they feel like they're just a burden in someone's lives? Is it because they like feeling like that, or it's because the way that we try to help them is not right? Well, I could say, well, it's just an opinion, but maybe it's the second one, So I'm here to guide you guys on how to help someone who's in need, who's mentally sick. So there are, of course, proper ways of doing this. For example, or the first baby step that you can take to help someone is by being able to approach them. And of course, you need to avoid from pressuring them when helping. This is because they find it very hard to actually go through something, especially when they feel awful about themselves or about their existence. They'll feel sick, they'll feel they're not willing to do stuff. So if you decided to push them or make them feel very overwhelmed, it will end up just making them feeling worse, like the pressure. Next, well, of course, when someone is feeling sad or awful about themselves, you You should not get mad at them for feeling like that. You should be very understanding. You should be a very understanding person when talking to a person that's sick, a patient, that is. You should not lash out or brush up their thoughts when they feel like they're not ready to hear it. For example, when you're upset about them, you should not actually argue, because it will make them feel way worse, especially those who have anxiety or depression. Next, you need to be sure that the form of affection or moral support, such as affection, can be given like with consent. It's like the bullet for true recovery. And it shows that you are there for them at their worst, and that they are not alone when feeling like that. When they calm down after about hours or days, yeah, it could take days or longer, a week, a month. Well, you should be able to be there for them. Make sure to take them out of their nest, because when they've been in cage like a bird, you need to be able to actually lead them out, like offering them nice things like reading books, offering food, or offering to do their hobbies with them, so they could get more motivation and interest in your lives. In conclusion, you should never leave someone who's feeling mentally ill, because it might make the person feel neglected. And tending to someone who's mentally sick should be the first priority if you actually love them. Recovery takes a lot of time, especially those who has experienced some deep wound in their mental stability. That is all for today. I hope you like my speech.
Thank you, Yusra. Okay, boys and girls, I'm not expecting for you to be able to deliver a speech as what Yusra had done, but I believe in you. Get at least 20 marks or maybe 2 marks below that. Practice your speech. Practice. Make sure you have the script. Test your script at naturalreaders.com or wherever. Right? Practice in front of a mirror. Practice using the teleprompter. Record a few. Okay? Record a few, but don't send the first few recordings to me. Send me the final speech that can grant you higher marks. That is all that you need to do. This is the rubric. Okay, this is the rubric. This is the mark. This is how we mark your speech. Fluency, laju cakap cantik, vocabulary, grammar, content, and pronunciation. I've given you about 32 topics read by Mr. Alex here. 32 topics. So choose your topics wisely. You can Google the topics. Okay. Make sure you have an introduction and conclusion, and that's it. Right? Spend around 3-4 days in this assignment, and I'm sure everything will be A-okay. So that's it for today. These are the topics again. Look at it. I'm going to post it anyway in the description below. So good luck. Have a nice day. Goodbye.